Welcome to What's Up Next. Today, we're taking you on a journey to the edges of civilization, to the most isolated places on Earth where people still live, their existence a testament to the tenacity of the human spirit. These are not merely locations defined by their distance from the thrum of modern life. They are realms of extraordinary resilience, cradles of unique cultures, and landscapes of such stark, untamed beauty that they seem almost mythical. Imagine communities separated by colossal oceans, by formidable mountain ranges, or by vast frozen wildernesses, where the rhythm of life is dictated not by the clock, but by the seasons, by the tides, by the very pulse of the planet itself. Here, human ingenuity and ancient traditions intertwine, allowing life to flourish in conditions that many would deem impossible, creating societies that offer a unique window into our shared human capacity for adaptation and endurance. Join us as we venture into these secluded enclaves to witness firsthand the remarkable ways in which humanity has carved out an existence against formidable odds. We shall explore the delicate balance between humankind and nature in its rawest form, uncovering stories of survival, community, and an unbreakable connection to the land. Prepare to be captivated by the sheer diversity of life and the enduring strength found in these far-flung havens, places that remind us of the vastness of our planet and the myriad ways to live upon it.
Our journey commences in the South Atlantic, where a solitary peak emerges from the ocean's depths. This is Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited archipelago on Earth, a tiny volcanic island over 2,400 kilometers from the nearest continental landmass. To reach its shores is an undertaking in itself, a voyage of some 6 days by boat from the coast of South Africa. The island itself is a marvel of geological forces, a volcanic cone rising dramatically from the sea. A small settlement known as Edinburgh of the Seven Seas clings to a narrow coastal plain, home to just a few hundred souls. These are the Tristanians, a community bound by shared ancestry and an extraordinary shared experience of isolation. Life on Tristan da Cunha unfolds at a pace dictated by nature. With no airport, all supplies, communication, and passage to the outside world depend on the infrequent visits of fishing vessels and the annual supply ship. The islanders have developed a remarkable resilience, cultivating their own food in small garden plots known locally as the patches, and relying on the bounty of the sea, particularly the Tristan rock lobster, which forms the backbone of their economy. It is a life stripped bare of many modern conveniences, yet rich in community spirit and a deep connection to their unique environment.
We now venture into the vast frozen heart of Siberia, to a place that holds the chilling distinction of being one of the coldest permanently inhabited settlements on Earth, Oymyakon. Nestled in a valley in the Sakha Republic, this small village experiences winter temperatures that plummet to unimaginable depths, frequently dropping below -60 degrees Celsius. To survive in such an extreme environment requires extraordinary adaptation, not just from the hardy Yakutian people who call this place home, but also from their livestock. The native Yakutian horses, with their thick winter coats, are remarkably resilient, capable of foraging for vegetation beneath the deep snow. The people themselves rely on generations of accumulated knowledge, understanding the subtle signs of the weather, the behavior of the ice, and the techniques necessary to keep life functioning when the very air can freeze one's breath. Daily life in Oymyakon is a constant battle against the elements. Homes are heated primarily with firewood, a precious resource that must be diligently gathered and managed. Fishing in the frozen rivers is a vital source of sustenance, requiring specialized techniques to penetrate the thick ice. This is a world where the cold dictates every aspect of existence. Yet, amidst this brutal environment, a strong community thrives. The people of Oymyakon possess a remarkable fortitude, their lives interwoven with the harsh beauty of their land.
From the frozen depths of Siberia, our journey takes us to an entirely different extreme, the dizzying altitudes of the Peruvian Andes. Here, Perched at an astonishing 5,100 meters above sea level, lies La Rinconada, a settlement that claims the title of the highest permanent human habitation on Earth. To merely exist at such an altitude is a challenge, where the air is perilously thin, containing only about half the oxygen found at sea level, making every breath a conscious effort for the unacclimatized. The conditions in La Rinconada are undeniably harsh, a stark contrast to the majestic beauty of the surrounding snow-capped peaks. This is a city born of desperation and hope, largely informal and lacking basic infrastructure. There are no municipal plumbing or sanitation systems to speak of. Waste management is rudimentary, and clean water is a precious commodity. What draws tens of thousands of people to endure such an unforgiving environment? The answer lies deep within the mountain itself. Gold. La Rinconada is a gold rush town, its existence inextricably linked to the rich veins of ore that run through the nearby Sleeping Beauty Glacier.
Itokortomit, Greenland icebound isolation. We now journey to the remote eastern coast of Greenland, to a place whose name itself speaks of its isolation, Itokortomit. This small settlement, one of the most secluded communities in the Arctic, is surrounded by a vast frozen wilderness for much of the year. Sea ice locks the town in for up to 9 months, cutting it off from the outside world except for the occasional and eagerly awaited arrival of supply ships during the brief summer thaw. The challenges of life in Itokortomit are manifold. The few supply ships that manage to navigate the icy waters bring essential goods, but self-sufficiency remains paramount. For generations, the Inuit inhabitants have relied on their intimate knowledge of this harsh environment, with hunting forming a cornerstone of their culture and survival. Seals, walruses, narwhals, and even polar bears are hunted, providing not only food but also materials for clothing and tools, a tradition passed down through countless generations. Imagine a world where winter darkness stretches for months on end, where the sun barely kisses the horizon. This is the reality for the people of Itokortomit. The long, dark winters are punctuated by the ethereal dance of the aurora borealis, but they also bring extreme cold and the ever-present danger of encounters with polar bears, the true kings of this Arctic domain.
Supai, Arizona oasis in the Grand Canyon. Deep within the majestic labyrinth of the Grand Canyon, a place renowned for its geological grandeur, lies a hidden community that seems almost untouched by the relentless pace of the modern world. This is Supai, Arizona, the capital of the Havasupai Nation. What makes Supai truly remarkable is not just its stunning location, nestled beside the vibrant turquoise waters of Havasu Creek, but its enduring isolation within one of America's most iconic landscapes. Access to Supai is unlike any other village in the United States. There are no roads leading into this secluded haven. The primary means of reaching it, and indeed for delivering its mail and supplies, is by mule train. For generations, sure-footed mules have navigated the winding, precipitous trails down into the canyon, a journey of some 13 kilometers. Alternatively, one can make the trek on foot, or arrive by helicopter. But the absence of vehicular access preserves a unique sense of tranquility and remoteness.
Longyearbyen Svalbard, life at the northernmost edge. Our journey now takes us far north, beyond the Arctic Circle to the Svalbard archipelago, a realm of ice, snow and stark, dramatic beauty. Here lies Longyearbyen, one of the world's northernmost permanently inhabited towns. Situated on the island of Spitsbergen, it is a place where the ordinary rules of life are often suspended, dictated instead by the extreme Arctic environment and its unique challenges. One of the most peculiar and often cited facts about Longyearbyen is the local ban on burials. Due to the permafrost, the ground is permanently frozen, meaning that bodies interred here do not decompose. This unusual circumstance has led to a policy where those who pass away are typically sent to mainland Norway for burial. Life in Longyearbyen is lived in close proximity to Arctic wildlife. most notably the polar bear. Indeed, it is often said that polar bears outnumber people in Svalbard. Strict safety precautions are a part of daily life. It is common and often required to carry a rifle when venturing outside the settlement boundaries. Despite its remoteness and harsh conditions, Longyearbyen is a surprisingly international community.
Pitcairn Island echoes of the bounty in the Pacific. We now sail into the vast, seemingly empty expanse of the South Pacific Ocean to a tiny, isolated speck of land that carries a story of rebellion and survival known the world over. This is Pitcairn Island, a remote volcanic outcrop home to a mere handful of people, most of whom are direct descendants of the infamous mutineers from HMS Bounty and their Tahitian companions. Its isolation is profound. The nearest major landmass is thousands of kilometers away. The legacy of the 1789 mutiny led by Fletcher Christian is woven into the very fabric of Pitcairn's identity. After setting Captain Bligh adrift, the mutineers, along with their Tahitian partners, sought refuge on this uninhabited island, hoping to escape the reach of the British Navy. They burned the Bounty in what is now Bounty Bay, sealing their fate and beginning a new, albeit tumultuous, chapter in this secluded corner of the world. The history of those early years is one of hardship, conflict, and eventual fragile community. Today, life on Pitcairn is a quiet affair for its approximately 50 residents.
Tasiilaq, Greenland, East Greenland's enduring heart. Our exploration of isolated communities brings us back to the vast, icy wilderness of Greenland, this time to its eastern coast, and the town of Tasiilaq. While it stands as the largest settlement in East Greenland with a population of around 2,000 people, its remoteness is undeniable. Surrounded by towering mountains and deep fjords, often choked with icebergs, Tasiilaq is a vibrant splash of color against a predominantly white and blue landscape, a beacon of human presence in an often unforgiving environment. Life in Tasiilaq is a fascinating blend of ancient Inuit traditions and the encroaching influences of the modern world. While some modern conveniences have made their way here, the core of the culture remains deeply rooted in survival, shaped by millennia of adaptation to the Arctic climate. Hunting and fishing are not merely pastimes, but essential skills, providing sustenance and a profound connection to the ancestral lands. The rhythm of life is still largely dictated by the seasons and the ever-changing conditions of the sea ice. The forces of nature are dominant here, shaping every aspect of daily existence.
Dalo, Ethiopia, surviving the unearthly inferno. We now journey to a landscape so extreme, so alien in its appearance, that it seems to belong to another planet entirely. This is Dalo, located in the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia, a place that holds the unenviable record for the highest average annual temperature for an inhabited location on Earth, consistently hovering around 35 degrees Celsius and often soaring much higher. It's not just the heat that defines Dalo, but also its toxic, otherworldly environment. The geothermal activity in Dalo has created a surreal panorama of vibrant colors, yellows, greens, oranges, and reds, painting the Earth with acidic hot springs, sulfur formations, and salt deposits. Geysers hiss, bubbling pools of acid simmer, and the air is thick with sulfurous fumes. To simply exist here is a profound challenge to human physiology and endurance. Yet against this backdrop of extreme heat and toxicity, the Afar people, a nomadic group renowned for their incredible resilience, have carved out an existence for centuries. They navigate this hostile terrain with an innate understanding passed down through generations, their bodies seemingly adapted to conditions that would quickly overwhelm outsiders.
Motuo County, Tibet, the hidden Himalayan sanctuary. Our final destination takes us to the remote southeastern corner of the Tibetan Autonomous Region, to Motuo County, a place long shrouded in mystery and revered as a sacred hidden land. Nestled deep within the Himalayas, at the great bend of the Yarlung Tsangpo River, Motuo was, until very recently, one of the last counties in China to be inaccessible by road. For centuries, The only way in or out was by foot, a perilous journey over treacherous mountain passes and through dense subtropical jungles. This profound isolation preserved Mochuo as a near-mythical sanctuary, a place often referred to in Tibetan Buddhism as a Beiyul, or hidden paradise, believed to be one of the 24 sacred sites of the Buddha. The journey to reach it was an arduous pilgrimage, undertaken only by the most determined, traversing high-altitude trails that could be blocked by snow for months and navigating through leech-infested forests teeming with wildlife. This inaccessibility fostered a unique ecosystem and a deeply spiritual local culture. The landscape of Mochuo is one of extraordinary diversity, ranging from snow-capped peaks exceeding 7,000 meters to lush, humid valleys with a tropical climate, creating a remarkable biodiversity hotspot. It is home to rare and endangered species, a testament to its pristine, untouched nature.
In these remote corners of our world, far from the relentless hum of our interconnected age, life flows to a different rhythm, a cadence set by the ancient pulse of nature itself. We have journeyed to the icy poles, to the highest peaks, to the deepest canyons and across vast oceans, witnessing communities where resilience is not just a trait, but the very essence of existence. No crowds, no internet, just nature, tradition, and the indomitable strength to survive, to adapt, and to flourish. These isolated enclaves, each with its unique story and singular challenges, remind us of the incredible diversity of human experience and our species' remarkable ability to make a home in even the most formidable environments. They are living laboratories of cultural adaptation, repositories of ancient wisdom, and often sanctuaries of breathtaking, untamed beauty. The people who inhabit these places offer us profound lessons in sustainability, community, and a deep, abiding connection to the earth that many in the modern world have perhaps forgotten. Which of these isolated places would you dare to visit, to experience firsthand the quiet power of these extraordinary communities? Let us know in the comments below. And if you loved this journey to the fringes of our world, if you were moved by the stories of human tenacity and the splendor of these secluded landscapes, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell, because we have a new video every Friday on What's Up Next. Join us as we continue to explore the wonders of our planet and the incredible people who call it home.